So our Malmaison core wine glass selection and wine service glassware. So we're going to have a quick talk through the brand standard glassware selection, starting with our Brasserie standard wine glass. So this is the glass that we're going to use predominantly for most of our wines. All of our wines by the glass should be served in this glass, the standard Brasserie wine glass. This is also the correct glass to be using for wines served at the bar and our private dining wines. So this is the main wine glass we're going to be using for service. Secondly, we have our champagne flute. So this is our champagne flute which we use for all of our sparkling wines. That's our champagnes, our Prosecco and our English sparkling as well. So this is our champagne flute for all sparkling wines. Moving on to our two fine wine glasses. So we have the Bordeaux glass, which is the higher one, and the Burgundy glass, which is the more bulbous one. So talking about the Burgundy wine glass first. This glassware is used to serve two types of wine from our fine wine list. That is our premium Pinot Noir, or red Burgundy, and our premium oaked Chardonnay, or white Burgundy. So we do specify which of our fine wines, our premium wines, should be served in this glass, but it's premium Pinot Noir and premium oaked Chardonnay. Then, the Bordeaux glass, the taller one, is used predominantly for our more premium, deeper, fuller bodied reds. That's red wines with medium to high acidity and medium to high body. Typically wines that also need decanting. So wines with high tannin and premium wines we serve using our fine wine glass, which is the Bordeaux glass. The last glass in the collection is our dessert wine glass. This is the smaller wine glass. Note this is only to be used for dessert wines and port, which is a style of dessert wine. So all ports and dessert wines should be served using our dessert wine glass. That's obviously when sold both by the bottle and by the glass. Moving on, the crafts. So we have two crafts in our standard Brasserie service. We have a 250ml carafe, which is the smaller one, and a 500ml carafe, which is the larger one. When a guest orders a wine by the glass and chooses the 250ml size, we don't serve the wine in the glass. We serve the wine in a smaller 250ml carafe, and we just pour a little of that wine, about half the wine in the glass at table side, leaving the remainder in the carafe for the guests to top up themselves. Meaning that a 175 and the smaller 125 is served at the table in the glass, but a 250 glass is served using our smaller carafe. Secondly, our larger carafe, which is a 500ml carafe. So that is for guests that choose to have 2/3 of a bottle of wine rather than selecting for the full bottle. Similar to the 250ml carafe, when this is served at a table, a small amount is poured in the one or two guests that are on that table, and the remainder is left on the table for the guests to pour themselves. So we have the two carafes here, the larger 500ml carafe and the smaller 250ml carafe. Last but not least, our brand standard decanter. So our brand standard decanter, which we cover in our decanting made easy module, is for decanting all of the wines that we recommend our guests have decanted. Clearly this is only used when a guest agrees or accepts the wine to be decanted, and it's always down to the guest's choice. So this is our brand standard decanter to be used for our premium red wines. Note, there is always a correlation between wines that should be decanted and wines that would typically be served in a Bordeaux glass rather than a Burgundy glass. So the red wines that are served in the Burgundy glass are wines that we don't advise that guests have decanted, but the wines that we serve in the Bordeaux glass, so that's the medium to high tannin, medium to high alcohol, medium to full body, those are the wines that we would typically recommend our guests enjoy decanting.